Hello, this is Jean-Marc from MilliBox, and today I'm going to show you how to use our online tool for MilliBox configuration. So let's get started. So that's when you land on our website, which is millibox.org, and then you select a tab which is called Build Your Test System. So when you select this, that's where you land on the tool, buildyourmillibox.com. And that's the configurator that I'm going to show you. So here we created two projects where you could that describe a typical configuration. One is for 5G, the other one for automotive radar. So our first project is like this. That's a communication application at 28 gigahertz. My antenna size is 8 centimeter. My DUT size is 18 centimeter. And the weight of my DUT is less than 1 kilo. And I need a WR28 horn. So that's what I need. That's what my application requires. So let's input those data into the tool. So if I said 28 gigahertz for my frequency, that's just in FR2. And my antenna size is 8 centimeter. My duties, and here already I'm seeing that the far field has been selected, and an MBX3 chamber is suggested at this point. And then we enter the duty size. So the duty size is kind of the enclosure or the outside, the PCB size or something like this for our application. And we say it's 18 centimeter. DT weight is less than 1 kilo. So we put 1. So now we have a suggestion from the selector of an MBX3 and a gimbal for 230. That's a very popular, that's probably the system we sell the most. That's very typical. But you have other configuration that you could select from the tool. For example, you could select an MBX 33 with a gimbal 5 340, and if you selected this, you would have a different configuration. Still work for your application, but that's maybe not the most optimized. So we stay with the first one suggested, which is MBX3 with gimbal for 230. We have a configuration description here to check, the size of the chamber, the overall size and inside cavity, absorption rate, and so forth, and for the positioner as well. So we're happy with that. We can look at our positioner from different angle and look at how it's going to look. So we have a complete view of our selection so far. But now there is another tab called accessory for the selection of accessories. There's the 1-year integration support plan. So that's always a good recommendation for people who are buying their first MilliBox, I would say. But it's optional. I mean, everything here is optional. I want a custom DUT mount, so that's to be able to mount my board on the positioner. And then what did I say? I wanted a horn. And I want a horn mount. So now we see interactively, on the tool, you can see your configuration. The positioner is showing the DUT mount and the horn mount and the horn itself showing up. And in the list, in the configuration descriptor, then we have all those accessories. If I change my mind, I don't want for example, I don't want the support plan, then I can press on the trash icon and remove the accessories that I don't want anymore. When I'm done with that, I press quote this configuration. I want to see how much it's going to cost, if my budget is going to be okay with that. And I input my credential, my address, and everything. And MilliBox, and then here I can request a demo. That's always a good thing. We have a lot of demo requests. We do demos nearly every day. And that's really good to have not only seeing live the operation, the software, the interface, and so forth, but also I can ask question. You can ask question to MilliBox team. There's Q&A and anything we missed. Oh, that's not in the documentation. You want some help with that? You can ask any question you want. And here in this tool, you can ask. You can add some other input. Call me soon, something like this. And then when you submit this. This sends an email to MilliBox, and then we look at it, and then we send you a quote as soon as possible. So now we are going back to the tool, and with our new project, and our new project is a radar application. We want a polarization controller, a frequency of 77 gigahertz. 4 centimeter, 25 centimeter in width, and 2 kilogram in weight. We want a corner target reflectors, and we want a linear actuator with a corner reflector as well. So let's put that in our tool and see what we come up with. So polarization controller is here. A frequency of 77 gigahertz. That's typical for automotive radar. My antenna size is 4 centimeter. My far field is 82 centimeters. So same as in the previous example, we can come up with an MBX3 for this kind of far field distance. And then I select I want radar application. Now, our DUT is a little bit large with 25 centimeters and 2 kilos in weight. That means that the recommended positioner is a gimbal for 300X, and the 300X fits in a larger chamber with larger cavity, so the MBX33. This setup is also extremely popular. That's our second best seller, as opposed to the MBX3 gimbal for 230X or 230. X mean X-pole. X-pole is the polarization controller. That's the third axis. So we have H and V and P. We have 3 axes of rotation that may be required, that may not be required. If you don't require polarization, discrete polarization control, do not select the polarization controller. But in some application, people have dual pole and some complex polarization, and they need to test this. Then the polarization controller is a nice thing to have. So now we have all our configuration, but we're missing all our accessories. So we move to the accessory tab, and then we select what we need. And we said we wanted wall mount corner reflectors. So when we see here for the chamber, the corner reflectors are mounted from the inside, from the outside in, and we have an array of 9 corner reflectors. That's kind of a grid of targets for the up to 9. You could put less if you want. You could have 1, or you can have up to 9, and those are targets for your radar system placed on the positioner here. Then I'll say that I also want a linear actuator. That's LIN4. LIN4 is our software control linear actuator. Makes different rate of oscillation for corner reflectors. That means it's a moving target. So we have 9 fixed target and 1 moving target, but we can do other configuration with like multiple moving targets and some fixed target. You can do any combination. And then we want the corner reflectors themselves. So those are Ref 14, the tri-dual corner reflectors that we want to mount on everything. So now I think we're good with our setup, and we can check here in the configuration description, which is basically our shopping list. We have everything we need. So at this point, what we do is that we quote this configuration, and again, we can put our credentials, name, address, email, and so forth, such that we can contact you back with pricing information, contact, and you can request a demo of the system, such that you can ask us many questions. So basically, that's how the tool works. So I hope that was useful to you. If you have any question or suggestion or anything, don't hesitate to contact us at MilliBox@milliwavess.com. Thank you, and talk to you later.